Product review.
Product reviews.
Product reviews.
Product reviews are very powerful. How you guys doing? I am Ryan Fudger, and today for our BMX, we are going to review the Odyssey Traveler Bag. As you see right now, I have 3 bags that I travel with. One is an Ogio golf bag, the other is an Odyssey monogram bag, and now I have the Odyssey Traveler bag. I was only able to take one trip with the Traveler bag, so I can't really comment too much on the durability. You know, this isn't some 6-month test whatsoever. I only traveled with it one time. It was an international trip to China, but bag held up fine, so I can't say anything regarding that. It does seem like it's pretty sturdy. The main differences you'll see right now are the Ogio golf bag it's a golf bag. It's meant to carry golf clubs. Several years ago, people kind of figured out that you could stuff your bike in there, and airports are kind of none the wiser. And then going off of that, we have the Odyssey monogram bag, which is essentially a golf bag as well, but it just has certain touches like the flap and a couple, they lose some of the pockets and kind of just streamline the whole thing and kind of make it a little more BMX focused. But the overall idea is that it looks like a golf bag as well. The Ogio golf bag is a lot more sturdy than the monogram bag. It just has, some hard plastic going up further than the monogram bag. It seems just sturdier materials. But the downside that I had with the golf bag was that it was a lot heavier. So if I put my bike in it, which weighs 26 pounds, and then I had my helmet, and I have a couple of wrenches, and then I have, in my case, some camera gear like a tripod and some shoes and some other stuff that I throw in there, that I would really approach that 50-pound limit that you end up getting charged for with airline bags. So that was kind of my issue with that bag, that it was just kind of way too sturdy. Where the monogram bag came in, I felt like I could just stuff it with pretty much anything, and it worked out well. You'll see right now, I'll cut to it, that I did have to do some what I call it like zip tie stitching, where I basically just poke a hole through the bag on 2 sides and I zip tie it together. I've done that for multiple bags over the years. It's something that eventually happens with all bags. That bag alone has probably been, I don't keep count, but I mean, that bag's been on 30 or 40 trips with me. So once you really do that zip tie stitching thing, which is a massive game changer for the longevity of pretty much any bag, I did those zip tie stitches like a year ago, and the bag is still holding up fine. So the Traveler bag steps away from the whole golf bag idea completely. Gary Young apparently went to Odyssey and said that he was looking for a bag that he didn't have to deal with oversize issues, no golf bag whatsoever, that he could break down his bike and really just kind of slide under the radar with the airlines. What you'll find is when you have a golf bag, I don't look like a golfer, so sometimes even with the golf bag, you kind of get questions like, oh, what's in the bag? Or they don't, they can kind of feel that there's something going on there. So with the Traveler bag, it really just eliminates any of those questions whatsoever. You don't have to lie about anything. They never really suspect whatsoever that there's a bike in there. The downside with the Traveler bag is that you have to break down your bike more, which for me, it's sometimes when I'm panic packing, it was a little bit difficult. I'll cut in the time lapse of me breaking down my bike for the first time, so you can kind of see me run through and I'm kind of trying to figure it out. I went in pretty cold turkey with it. At some point I called Gary just to kind of confirm that I was supposed to take the air out of my tires. This is your signature Odyssey bag, right? Like the Traveler bag?
Yeah.
Do I need to take the air out of my tires?
It makes it easier.
Do I need to though?
Do you need to? No. Forks go on the bottom, then bars go upside down, then frame, then tires, and then seat goes in the middle.
You take your seat off?
Yeah,
that's maybe, okay. For me, that was kind of a big deal because I never traditionally do that. When I do the golf bag thing, it's literally bars and forks and usually one pedal. And I can pretty much break it down in like 3 minutes, I swear, these days. And you only really need to take a 6 with you at that point too. So that's pretty huge for me. But with the traveler bag, I'll try and make this as short as possible. Coming back from China, I had a 9-hour layover in San Francisco, like an overnight layover. I got off the plane a little bit earlier than I expected, and there was the chance to fly standby on a flight. So I went through customs. Usually when you have an oversized bag, like what would have been with the OGO bag or the monogram bag, I have to sit there and wait at oversize, and those bags always come late. They never show up first by any means. So I didn't have to go to oversize. My traveler bag came out super quick. I rushed to the United desk. I got on a standby flight, and I was first on the list, and I got home literally like 9 hours earlier than I was supposed to. And I'm pretty sure that was due to the traveler bag. There was like 5 other people on the list. Not everybody got on the plane. I think the traveler bag like literally saved me money because I didn't have to buy a hotel in San Francisco, and I got home 9 hours quicker. So to me, that was huge. And I think going forward, I think I'm gonna stick with the traveler bag. The only reason I wouldn't is if I have to put like my big tripod in my bag, or I really have to stuff some extra gear, some like light stands and stuff like that. Getting into the build of the traveler bag, things I like, it stands up on its own, which is huge when you're kind of lugging around a bunch of gear like I am. It has 3 wheels. Like I have a Fox bag where one of the wheels is about to disintegrate, so that's killing it. So if there's 3 wheels, just makes the bag last a lot longer. Stitching looks great. There's padding top and the sides, and then there's a hard plastic that runs all the way on the bottom. The straps are legit. There's plenty of straps. The tool accessory bag in there is dialed. The flap that covers the bike is obviously huge. So when you really put your bike down and then you cover it with clothes, it just makes it look like that more legit. And then other than that, like I always said, my Fox bag is going. If it comes down to it, I think I could actually travel with the OGO bag and then just use the traveler bag as a regular piece of suitcase or piece of luggage. So if you're even not taking your bike, but you just need a big suitcase, the traveler bag can actually double for that. Whereas like you're not going to pack all your clothes vertically in a golf bag. So it has kind of a double use there. And then, you can avoid airline fees. And I think for most people that travel with their bike, that is a huge deal, especially when you're going overseas and you're flying on kind of an airline from one country or another. Airline fees get, excuse my language, fucking ridiculous. I've been charged $300 in Japan. I've been charged $150 even leaving San Diego one time. So it really does add up, and that $169 may seem like a lot for a bag, but when it can save you time, as it did for me just recently, and potential money, it's kind of a no-brainer. So as I said, the traveler bag will be the go-to for me from now on. I'll still keep the OGO and the monogram bag around if I have to carry my big-ass tripod or some light stands around, but if it's just my camera bag and my bike and some clothes, traveler bag is definitely the way to go for me. And Odyssey was kind enough to give me another traveler bag. So you can win one. I should have thought of a contest beforehand, but how about you leave a comment with your worst airline story, and you have to be subscribed to Odyssey on YouTube and us on YouTube, of course, which you definitely should be already. And I will pick a winner in a couple of days or so. And I am sorry, but you have to be in the USA only. Shipping on these things will kill me too far off land, so I apologize, but USA only. So that's it. Hopefully this review was helpful. I'm stepping out of my comfort zone and trying to stand in front of the camera and talk and move my hands in places and stuff like that. And so if you have any gripes or suggestions or reviews you would like to see or anything else, or you just want to tell me to go away, just let me know, and I can make that happen. So, cheers. And maybe I'll get a better background one of these days.